Dr. Stowe's career actually starts with her teaching career. So Dr. Stowe became a teacher at the tender age of 15. She was very, very smart, and she graduated with honors. At 23, she became the first female principal of a public school in Upper Canada. A few years later, she got married with John Stowe, and they had 3 children, Augusta, John, and Frank. And unfortunately, John Stowe became ill.
She then, based on an illness that her husband suffered, tuberculosis, became interested in medicine.
She was denied entry to the medical school, but she persevered.
She did not take no for an answer. She packed up her bags in 1865, headed to New York, and went to the New York Medical College for Women.
She came back and she overcame all the obstacles to start her practice.
She returned to Toronto, where she spearheaded the creation of the Women's Medical College, the first school for women to study medicine in Canada.
So her daughter, of course, was able to go to medical school because she created the infrastructure for a college. But then all the rest of us have followed in her footsteps as well.
Women doctors were not able to practice at the Toronto General Hospital of the day, and they needed a place where they could practice the medicine that they'd learned. So she founded a hospital, which is no small feat. Of course, it started small, but it grew and it grew until it's one of the leading hospitals in Canada today.
She continued later in her career to be focused on, again, equality for women, and was a leader in the suffrage movement that eventually led to women having the right to vote.
We are very much an advocacy organization around social justice, and that culture stems very much from the approach Dr. Stowe would have taken in her time.
The fact that Dr. Stowe is a trailblazer for women in Canada cannot be overstated.
She was an advocate for women. She was an advocate for her patients. She was a medical expert. She was a leader. She was a communicator. She was a collaborator. She got into her community. There was nothing that she didn't do.
She went against the grain of her time. She pushed for policies to be changed. She looked for ways to make it easier for women to be able to practice medicine in Canada.
And that, I think, paved the way for the many hundreds and thousands of women who have followed her into their careers in medicine and understood that not only could it be possible that you could do the practice of medicine, but you could be a leader and you could make a difference. And she was, and many women who followed after her have been as well.
Canadian Medical Hall of Fame laureate, Dr. Emily Stowe.